Good evening. It is Saturday night, and tonight we're going to read the letter to the church in Thyatira, which is the last letter in Revelation 2. And before I start, though, I would like to apologize for not reading one last night, and I'll just be honest, I didn't get home till about 10:30, and I just felt like that was too late. I realized this morning that I'm never going to be able to schedule my day so that I get everything done that I think I ought to get done, because other things happen. But I know that the Lord is showing me some things. I love a schedule. I love saying at 8 o'clock I'm going to do this, at 8:45 I'm going to do this, and I'm going to be here at 9:15 and I'm going to do this and do this and do this, but it never works out. And it finally dawned on me this morning that the Lord wants me to be flexible, because sometimes somebody needs to call and talk to me. Either I need it or they need it. Sometimes both of us need it. And I'm not going to tell the person, I'm sorry, I'm too busy doing this to talk to you. Or maybe they just want to send me a little Facebook message or two. And yes, I work, and I do work. I think I've told y'all I'm taking some classes online, and I'm working on books, and then of course I have housework. Just like any person that has a home, you have to do things every day to take care of it. So I have plenty of things to do, but none of those things are so important that I need to push somebody to the side. Sometimes I may have to say, you're going to have to excuse me because I've got something I've got to get done, but I don't want anybody to think that I'm so busy that I don't have time for them, because it's a blessing to me. And I know, I know I'm always glad when somebody listens to me or is willing to listen to me or talk to me. And I will tell y'all what I did last night. I have a friend who spoke at a Celebrate Recovery meeting last night. I did not know, I didn't know what I was going to. I just knew she was speaking and I wanted to go hear her. And it was a Celebrate Recovery, which was excellent. I've never been to one before. I've heard people talking about going to Celebrate Recovery and talking about Narcotics Anonymous and Alcoholics Anonymous, but I've never had the opportunity to go to any of those meetings. And so now I kind of know what it's about. And I know they don't particularly, when they're sharing their personal stuff, they may not want people there who are not in recovery, and I can understand that. But I was glad that we were able to go hear my friend's testimony. I've heard it before, but it was excellent, and I'm glad I heard it again. It's very powerful. It just shows you what the Lord can do with you and through you and for you if you're just willing to let Him do the work. He'll call you to do things, but He'll do things too if you'll just let Him, if you'll just trust Him. So, Revelation 2, the letter to the church in Thyatira, and that is spelled Thyatira. Thyatira. Now I'm saying it like a southern girl, Thyatira, but it's Thyatira. And to the angel of the church in Thyatira write, the words of the Son of God, who has eyes like a flame of fire, and whose feet are like burnished bronze. I know your works, your love and faith and service and patient endurance, and that your latter works exceed the first. But I have this against you, that you tolerate that woman Jezebel, who calls herself a prophetess and is teaching and seducing my servants to practice sexual immorality and to eat food sacrificed to idols. I gave her time to repent, but she refuses to repent of her sexual immorality. Behold, I will throw her into a sick bed, and those who commit adultery with her I will throw into great tribulation, unless they repent of her works. And I will strike her children dead. and all the churches will know that I am he who searches mind and heart, and I will give to each of you according to your works. But to the rest of you in Thyatira, who do not hold this teaching, who have not learned what some call the deep things of Satan, to you I say, I do not lay on you any other burden. Only hold fast what you have until I come. The one who conquers and who keeps my works until the end, to him I will give authority over the nations, and he will rule them with a rod of iron, as when earthen pots are broken in pieces, even as I myself have received authority from my Father. And I will give him the morning star. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. Now, I think I mentioned to y'all the other night that I'm taking a class on Revelation right now online. It's very good, and if you're interested in how to take it, it's a free class from Dallas Theological Seminary. It's very good. Doesn't cost anything. You can't use it to work towards a degree, but if you want to learn about Revelation, it's an excellent class. And so I'm hearing some different insights on Revelation that I had not heard before. I have always been taught that the seven churches they were seven literal churches that were in the area where John was on the island of Patmos, but that they also represented the seven church ages. And the professor who's teaching, has given his reasons why he does not believe that they are representative of the seven church ages. Now, he's way more knowledgeable than I am, and so I don't know, but he's made a good point for what he believes. So it's been an interesting class. But anyway, I hope y'all had a great day today. I did. I stayed here. I don't even think I went outside other than to let the dogs out. I did go out and crank the bike, trying to do that every 2 or 3 days when I don't have time to ride. I'm trying to make sure that, and she just cranked right up and sounded like she was grumbling, why haven't I ridden her? But that's going to happen some this next week. Got some big things coming. I'm going to try to start remembering to give y'all announcements as I can. Oh, excuse me. One of them is the movie theater in Greenville. I believe it's Monday, December the 22nd. You'll have to look it up. It's the Edge Theater on Facebook. It's in Greenville. And the city now owns it, and they operate it as part of their Parks and Recreation thing, I think. They're not open full time. They're open, I'm thinking they said Wednesday through Sunday. But they have lots of different kinds of free events. So Monday, December the 22nd, they're going to show the movie, The Polar Express. Doesn't cost anything to get in to see the movie. They will be selling concessions. And they will have train rides. The train rides are $5 a person, and I believe, now I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it's the little train cars that are pulled. It's not anything real big and fancy, but I'm sure they're going to have it decorated beautifully, and I'm going to ride and have a good time. And I believe it's the little cars that they make out of drums, and they're pulled behind the small tractors or the lawnmowers or something like that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to go ride the train. My friends from church and I, we've already made up our minds. We've got matching pajamas. So if you come and see us looking like a bunch of oversized toddlers, just mind your own business. Because we're going to go and we're going to have fun. We have found that the secret to life, one of the secrets to life, is having a good time and not really caring what other people think. If they think you look silly, that's okay. I tend to look silly on a regular basis. I tend to do things that people think I know. They're shaking their heads thinking, oh my goodness, but that's okay. I'm having a good time, and I'm going to enjoy myself. To misquote Miss Doris, I'm going to do the things I want to do as long as I can, because at some point I won't be able to, but I'm going to do them while I can, and as long as I'm not hurting anybody or hurting myself, I think I'm good. I know how to behave, but I know how to have a good time. So thank y'all for joining me tonight. And don't forget, we'll have Bike Church tomorrow night, and then we'll be back Monday, and we're going to read both letters in chapter 3 to go ahead and kind of be moving things along. I do have something planned for December, to do something a little bit different. It'll still be reading the Bible, but it's going to be something a little bit different. I'm still working out the details on that, but I'll tell y'all about that a little closer to time. So anyway, thank y'all for joining me, and we will see you tomorrow night.